it's okay to not know what you want to do. Like I had 4 years in the military. I, did my time at the hall, and I still didn't know what I wanted to do. And I was stressed out about it and nervous. I didn't have any money. My parents didn't have money. And I think you have to be okay that you're at a point in your life where you don't have to understand that yet. And you can go do different things and experience different things and figure that out later in life. There's all this pressure on all of you to have all the answers right now. And I think there was on us when we were your age and we were going through it. And I wish I had somebody around me that just looked at me and was like, it's okay. Like when it clicks, and you're going to love your job, and it's not going to feel like work when you're done. I didn't have that. I was in too much of a rush and just too stressed out about what I wanted to be later on in life.
When I got to the Middlesex County Prosecutor's Office, they kind of just, it's trial by fire. And when I first started doing that again, and I think it's just, I'm noticing this today, it's almost like a little bit of a therapy session, right? Like I'm noticing that every time you make a jump between one thing to another, when you go to college, when you go to graduate school, when you start each new job, there's a little bit of just that, that confidence. You're thinking to yourself, am I doing the right thing? Am I in the right place? And I do remember a time when they gave me my first trial that I actually went out and bought all these books about doing alternative route teaching, because I thought, this is not for me. I can't do this. How can they expect me to do this? And I remember feeling very insecure and very nervous about it. And you just learn as you mature, that everyone kind of feels the same way when they make these life decisions, and that you have to put the work in and kind of get yourself comfortable and just give it a try. And that's something that just comes to mind when I first started in my career as a prosecutor.
I think the one pops up in our industry and any other industry. I think it's integrity, and I think the famous quote from Warren Buffett was like, when in looking for, people to hire, look for three qualities: integrity, intelligence, and energy. And if they don't have the first, the other two will kill you. I always remember that phrase in looking for people. Other thing is as you're searching for the job or for something you want to do, it's a fanatical obsession with what you do. It's in our industry, you're successful if you really love what you're doing. So to find something that you love and you're obsessed, attention to detail, loyalty, all those things matter in our industry, I think.
It's that perseverance and like making that phone call and like pushing and pushing and pushing. You got to push more, and you got to take that drive that you have being an athlete, and you got to convert that to other things and transfer that. This is not a world where we're going to give you stuff. Like you got to earn it, you got to take it, you got to push, you got to get knocked down, you got to get up quickly, just like you do on the court or the field. But sometimes what I see is like how you act on the court or the field is not how you act when you get into the business world. Man, it's no different. You knock down every day, you got to get up and go.
There's one woman that I worked with as a prosecutor who really taught me a very valuable lesson, which was when you go into a meeting or when you're with a group of people, that you should always try to be the last person to speak. And so that's hard sometimes, but that's probably just one of the most valuable pieces of advice that I've ever gotten. If you let everyone kind of else, not that you don't want to say something, if you have something to say, you do, but just to listen to other people, because you can learn a lot by listening. And that was definitely a great piece of advice that I received from a person that I looked up to as a mentor.
Everybody's looking for golden rule. I don't think there are any. I think there's, even in our industry, a ton of ways to win the championship, and hopefully, each organization strives to do that, and they can reach that goal in 30 different ways. So I think if you're looking for a formula to succeed, I think it's just you got to just rely on yourself and the traits that and the values that you have and work ethic. You're gonna be fine.